The long wait list is finally over. The first ever Buc-ee's in Arizona is officially open in Goodyear. Here's a live look at the crowds still packing the place. Thousands of people waited in line for brisket, beaver nuggets, and jerky.
All right, let's get straight out to Troy Hayden, who has been exploring all things Buc-ee's. And Troy has been at the store now for 12 hours, and apparently they put him to work.
It feels like it. Well, yeah, here's the deal. This hat has a purpose. So I'm in a live food area right now. And the thing that I think Buc-ee's is most famous for is probably the brisket, right?
Yes,
okay, Randy's pitmaster.
It's your part. You ready?
I'm ready.
You're going to holler, fresh brisket on the board.
Okay, right now?
That's you right now.
Fresh biscuit on the board.
There we go. I'm glad you put the gloves on. You
Okay.
trained for it all day long. You're ready. So what he's doing is he's breaking down a brisket. He's slicing it up. He's going to trim the fat, and he's going to chop it up. We want a little bit of fat, but we don't want a bunch of fat.
Yeah.
Fat is flavor.
That's
Fat is
beautiful.
deliciousness. So we want a little, just not a lot.
Right. And how long do you cook this brisket?
This is about 18 hours worth.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's low and slow.
And this has been something that Buc-ee's has done forever, right? Is this like one of the original foods that you had?
We did, but about 10 years ago, that's when I came on board to bring competition bar to the consumer. The owners actually knocked on my door. I'm a competition guy. You go,
Shot brisket on the board.
shot brisket on the board. So about 10 years ago, they wanted to bring competition bar to the consumer. So that's what happened. They knocked on my door, and we revamped the entire program. And now we're actually known for brisket. We're known for pulled pork, and we're known for turkey.
Yeah. I'd say everybody talks about the brisket for
Yes.
sure. And then you put sauce on it, correct?
Oh, yeah, no, he's going to chop it up and sauce it up. You're in the splash zone. That's why the apron's here.
Okay.
No, you're good. I just wanted to give you a heads up. When he comes to you,
splash zone. It's like SeaWorld.
Here we go. Here we
it's
go.
it?
Here,
It's a splash
ready?
zone?
Here we go.
All right.
Down low. Get down low. Sauce on the board. Fresh sauce on the board. That's what I'm talking about. So this is how the magic happens.
How good does
so
that
we
look?
sauce it up and we serve it up just right over there. You see those beautiful sandwiches. He's literally going to slide that pan right on over here and make that magic happen.
Randy, thank you so much. So that's what all these people are waiting for here. Look at all these people behind this line. Here to get their sandwiches, all excited. I tell you. All right, Gabby, I don't know how you're going to top fresh brisket on the board, but I'm going to toss it over to you.
Well, Troy, you're going to have to save me one of those brisket sandwiches because I've been dying to try them. But we've seen so many people come through this Buc-ee's location today, thousands of people, and they're from all over the state, all over the country. We've met people from California, Washington, D.C., Texas. They tell us they've been booking hotel rooms and staying here in Goodyear. And we also spoke with city officials this morning who say that's exactly what they want people to do, to come to the city of Goodyear and to spend money.
A historic moment for the city of Goodyear.
Welcome to this beautiful city of ours.
Buc-ee's, the popular Texas-based travel center, chose Arizona for its newest and farthest west location. Thousands of people wrapped around the 74,000 square foot building overnight for the 6 a.m. grand opening.
Officially open.
The first person to cross the threshold was Richard Bassett. He arrived 14 hours early.
And I think he said he bought a bag of beaver nuggets. And that's what he wanted to do for Father's Day, was not take care of his kids and be the first guy at line it up.
CEO and co-founder Arch Beaver Applin says he primarily chose this location just off of I-10 and Bullard Avenue because of previous success along the interstate. But he says days like today are thanks to loyal customers.
I don't go into it expecting it, but I seem to be pleasantly surprised every time we have an opening.
Many people in line traveled from across state lines to be here.
That's going to be putting us on the map.
City officials project Buc-ee's will produce $315 million of economic activity over the next 10 years.
It is just symbolic of all the growth that we're experiencing, about Arizona being a state that people want to come to, and so it's just very exciting.
Governor Katie Hobbs says she sees it as more than a new business in Arizona, but a stop on someone's next road trip.
I'm excited that this will be another landmark for Arizona, right up there with the Grand Canyon.
I don't know that I ever envisioned being in the category of the Grand Canyon. So coming from y'all's governor, that's a pretty big statement.
This Buc-ee's might be the first for the Grand Canyon State, but there's a good chance it won't be the last.
I don't have a location to announce, but I'd love to have more stores in Arizona.
And we know a lot of people are spending a lot of money here at Buc-ee's. We've seen some very full carts rolling around here, but the thought is that when people come to the city of Goodyear to experience Buc-ee's, that they'll also be staying in hotels and then going to other restaurants and shops in the area and boosting the entire economy for the entire region of the West Valley, really. So we'll look forward to seeing how that turns out, but we know for right now people are pretty busy here at Buc-ee's, so we'll toss it back to you, Mark and Crebe.
All right, Gabby, you need to get yourself some brisket before you leave tonight. You've had a long day there. Your blood sugar's probably low, so get yourself some brisket.
That's next on the list.
All right.
All right, Gabby, thank you. And remember to scan the QR code on your screen to download the free 12 News streaming app. And if you missed any of our Buc-ee's coverage today, you can rewatch all of our newscasts right from the app. You can also find breaking news, live radar, and original content. It's available for Apple TV, Fire TV, and Roku devices.